They look at the sky. They walk by the grass and they look at the grass. They look at the sky. It's going to be a fine night tonight. It's going to be a fine day tomorrow. It's going to be a fine night tonight. It's going to be a fine day tomorrow. La 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 It's a fine day, people open windows. They leave their houses just for a short while. They walk by the grass. They look at the sky. They walk
New
by
round
the grass,
in
they look at the grass,
10,
they look at the
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Hello, everybody! Man, it's been a while. It has been a hot minute, and I just realized I don't have any sound effects there. So we are walking, by the way, during this stream. I am trying to get a nice 5K in while we build factories. So we're going to see how that goes. But man, I have good news. I am now a college graduate, which means I have free time again. Yeah, that's weird to say. I'm not used to that at all. So, whew. Let's see here. This might be, a little quiet. Because I have the volume turned down on it. That's better. There we go. Alrighty. Let's go build us a factory that I've already started working on here. Speaking of which, reminds me I need to check on this. Alright, so that finished. We need 100 rubber in there. That wasn't what I wanted. That wasn't what I wanted either. That's not what I wanted either. Stop! Okay, that works. That's not what I meant to do, but that... I'll get this right. I promise. I can do this. I can do this. How many went in? 17. So we have 17, 105, 105, wait. I guess we'll just sit here and wait for this to finish. I wonder, did my YouTube stream actually update? Let's go find out. Nope. I need to go fix that. Oh, YouTube Studio. We hit a problem. Also, this would be a good time to actually bring in... We can get some Final Fantasy Lo-Fi going here. Oh, let's see here. Don't need to change that. Edit. Alrighty, let's do that. We'll give that a nice little go. Cool. Let's see if that updated. Yep, good deal. Cool. Alrighty. How many do we have in there? We got 121. It's going to need 79. How do I split? Alt? Oh. One of these buttons splits. I just can't remember which one it is. Come on. There it is. It's right click. All right. Shift right. There we go. Yep. Shift right drag. All right. So we just need 79. Okay. And now we come over here. I swear to God. Can I stop fucking this up? You know what? Fuck it. Figure it out. We're just gonna do that. We'll figure it out later. All right. So I need metal plates, which are that one. All right. So the idea I have is we need to build. So this is a randomized node. And just to save myself some sanity, we have all the nodes sitting at pure. So with that in mind, we need to build some modularity into this, which we've already kind of done. With the new vehicle pathing, we've got that moving around just fine. I need to work on some things as far as how we're going to get this working. So, with that in mind, what I'm thinking is, like, right now we've got all the smelters going, producing outputs that's actually being driven into these truck bays, which is working, and then bringing all the output into a central location. I'm thinking I'm going to add several layers of modularity to this, essentially being that... Let me think about this for a second. Because I like the idea of being able to transport resources to areas that need it, right? So we can take like the different raw resources, being the copper and things like that, and transport it. Okay. Because honestly, it's actually easier to transport the copper bar than it is like the wire. Because like one copper bar converts into 2 wire. So I'm gonna have to transfer a lot less doing it that way. So let's think about this. So if I were to start building out different facets of the factory, we could do some interesting stuff here. Let me think. Yeah, I like that idea. Okay. So what we can do is, let me start building a little bit here. Because like this works, just not ideal. So, let me think about how to do this for a second here. So we have a fresh node over here, which I actually don't have any miners for, so that's not going to matter. Because where I'm going with this is I need a way to transport larger items and less manufactured goods. And actually have like a centralized building facility for various parts. basically building a logistics network, right? And building different warehouses. So, all right, fair enough. So if we're going to build it off of here, damn. See if I can't get this up in the air a little bit here. Oops. Okay. Alrighty, so now that we've done that, we want our, well, let's see here. How many do we have? How much are we outputting? 120 per minute. Okay. And these are producing, so I can use 4 of those, but that's actually a level 1. Need the miners. Oh, we switched to biofuel. Okay. Because the other thing I want to do is I'm thinking about switching things into compacted coal, which we would need a sulfur line for. Thinking on that for a second here. I have an idea. I know those are dangerous words with me. But my idea is basically that we could extend the range of the logistics network with the vehicles by having a refueling truck go around and offer fuel to all the depots. Thinking about this. That would work. Wish I could blueprint it out. Listen here. Gone. Hey David, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, Satisfactory is like, you like automation games? Satisfactory is where it's at. How you doing, buddy? I can't imagine, if it's this hot in St. Louis, I can't imagine what it's like where you are. Down a little. Oh man. All right, where were we? We were messing around with copper. That's what I meant to go do. Sorry. Brain go, Bert. Not as bad as you think? Really? I'm melting in St. Louis. I mean, there's also the fact that I'm sitting on a treadmill right now, walking a 5K, but you know, there's that too. Oh, let's see here. Give me 2 of these. But the AC blows directly? Yeah. Yeah, like at night, my house gets really cold. Imagine that. During the day, when my like thermostat thinks I'm not here anymore and is like, well, there's no one in the house. Hey, Walter. Thank you for the lurk, buddy. I need to add that. Need to put that command back in. All right, so what we want to do, one is this. 240, that's 6. No. 8. Those are consuming. Okay, so we want to do this. Wait a minute. Can I? I'm thinking about this. Do I want to blueprint this? I will say, like I said, since last you've seen me, David, I've actually dropped like a ton of weight more. That I am down 75 pounds and still dropping and actually like getting into shape. A lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm on a treadmill now for the vast majority of my day. Even though I work from home, it's like, yeah, I need to like stay moving. Yeah, I lost 75 pounds last year. No, I lost 70 pounds last year and plateaued at 70 pounds lost. And then I was like, well, I got to lose more. So I tried cutting calories and cutting calories and cutting calories. And I was like, this isn't working. I'm starving during the day and I can't seem to lose weight. So what do I do? And I was like, well, there's two sides of this equation. Number one is how many you're eating, and the other is how many you're burning. And it occurred to me, like, no joke, the best shape I was in was when I was in basic training because I was walking everywhere. And I was like, well, I've got a sit-stand desk. Why don't I just pick up a walking pad that I can go stand on for 4 hours a day? And so I did that. And since then, I've owned it for 2 weeks and have done about 70 miles on it. And I've dropped another 5 pounds in 2 weeks. So yeah, it's paying dividends, and I'm hoping I can get back under 200. If I can get under 200 and join the 100 club, it would be, I'd be happy. But I've also been working on my muscular strength quite a bit too, and trying to actually like build up muscle again and actually tone a little bit. So yeah, I have like gone through a physical transformation, and I'm so happy that I can actually start streaming again because Friday I graduated college with my bachelor's degree. So I am like actually having some free time before I start grad school, which is in September. So we want to do, interesting. I can't actually put that on the foundational line. We need 8 of these. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. There's 8 of those. But yeah, like I said, it's been transformative of actually like getting off my rear end, walking, getting into shape, and all for the better part of it. Like I can't begin to describe how much better I feel of like, I'm able to move around. I can play with my son again. I, have no issues walking during the day and going out and doing stuff and being active during the day anymore. It is transformative. Let's see here. So I want to do, say, where is it? It's somewhere in there. There it is. There. We need to do here. Here. But yeah, I mean, like, it occurred to me I was like playing games for 12 hours a day. Might as well like work out while I'm doing it. Actually, want that to be straight. So now then we need another. Here. Go right there. Huh. Too close. The problem with doing this is that fine motor control is a little bit of an issue. Trying to wiggle the mouse around is like... That one. I actually can't... You know, it's still shocking to me that I got into grad school. That I'm flabbergasted that happened. Oops. But I will have a master's in cybersecurity management. Oh, that's too far forward. Let's do this. That off. That off. That off. That. That. Alrighty. I put that one back. And belt. I actually don't need them anymore. Okay. That. That. That, and now we have a really nice manifold set up. Make sure all these are set up properly. Yep. I'm actually about ready to go to a convention here in Missouri called Mo Game Con here in St. Louis. And I actually feel confident enough for the first time to actually do a cosplay. So I'm dressing up as Rude. I'm dressing up as Rude from Final Fantasy VII. We'll see how that goes. That's also why I have my shaving the way I do. Normally I have a goatee, but I actually have shaved specifically to kind of trim my beard in the way he does it. And he also still has the horseshoe piercings, which I'll have too. My horseshoes are actually upstairs. I just decided to put these in, my bars in for the day. But yeah, like I said, so I'm interested to see how I can pull this off. It'll be interesting. But I'm excited for it, like, 'cause it's the first time I've actually felt confident enough to do it. I'm not a fat guy anymore. Okay, so this is 8. So we built the Manafor on one side. Now I have to build the inverse of it over here. Not that way. That. Come on, where are you? There, I was gonna say, where are you? Come on. Okay. Actually, that's a good point of reference. I didn't even consider that, but that is actually a very good point of reference. Well, need to go get some more steel beams. Whoops. We need to grab that many. And some concrete. You know what I should do? I should put down one of these and just build the damn things. This is the problem I'm aiming to solve, is having to do this. Steel beams can build steel dreams? Yes. Jet fuel does not melt them. Fight me. Makes them weak as shit, though. That's what we need. That. Go and crank that up. Matter of fact, I think I actually have a summer sloop. Wait a minute. I have an idea. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Organization. Hey, Palmer. How you doing, buddy? Woo! Is it satisfying? Man, it is satisfactory. How you doing, man? We're walking a 5K right now. We're 26 minutes into it. $90 per minute. Yeah, so, yeah. Since last year, I am down 75 pounds since last year. And at the beginning of the year, I'd plateaued at 70. So I had to find some way to continue losing weight. And I kind of went over the story a little bit. So it came down to where, like, I was trying to do like, keep cutting calories. Because, you know, weight loss is calorie deficits over how much you're burning, right? That's how you lose weight. And I tried cutting more and more calories out of my diet, and I got to the point where I was starving and miserable, and I was like, this isn't working. So I was like, all right, shift gears. Two sides of the equation. Number one is how many calories you're eating. The other is how many calories you're actually burning. So it occurred to me that, ironically, basic training was probably the best shape I was ever in. And then it occurred to me that, like, that was because we walked literally everywhere, right? And I'm sitting in a chair for 12 hours a day, playing video games and doing work. And I was like, well, I have a sit-stand desk. Why don't I just walk? So I've been doing that. Matter of fact, I already did 4 miles this morning. So we'll see how far we go today. All depends on what time my wife gets home, which she should be home any minute. But yeah, I can tell you that, like, I had stalled at 70 pounds down. I got this 2 weeks ago, and I'm already down 5 pounds from just walking. That doesn't really work for me, in all honesty. Yeah, it may work for some people, and I'm not going to discredit it. Doesn't work for me. Because some people even do the fasting thing, which, like, you don't eat between 9 o'clock at night and 8 o'clock in the morning, whatever it is. Again, that doesn't work for me. So I've tried to focus on actual, like, hydration and you know, I'm focusing on hydration, protein intake, and calories. Now, that being said, like, protein is what's keeping my muscles from, like, not eating themselves, because there's been several days where I've been like, yeah, I'm not hungry. He's like, well, how many calories have you had? I'm like, 1,500. Well, how many have you burned? 2,200. It can, unless you just like flat out. Like there are several times where I'm just not hungry at all. And it occurs to me like I need to eat something because the math doesn't math right now. I've burned 1,500 calories and I've only eaten 1,400. And as this goes on, like I need to replenish something in my body. So I've been like, all right, well, let me go have a protein bar. That'll at least keep me from burning muscle rather than fat. Yeah, that's a lot of that has to do with adrenaline too, David. Like if I want to drop my hunger crave, go walk for 15 minutes and I won't be hungry anymore. Gets my heart rate up a little bit. I mean, actually, I'm in a cardio zone right now, mainly because I'm also wearing a hoodie. Like, even then, like one of my big life hacks that I picked up on is that, you know, I'm wearing a hoodie with a hat on right now, which, like I said, I'm literally pouring sweat off. But like one of my big life hacks that I picked up on is ever since I've started working out more, I'm noticing I'm not getting as sick anymore. Like, I was coming down with like sinus headaches and sinus infections all the time, and those are a thing of the past now. Mainly because like when you walk and actually exercise, you open your sinus cavities, and so lets them drain, doesn't let fluid build up, and because of that, bacteria doesn't sit in your sinuses and infect them. So it's been a nice little double win there. That if I'm feeling under the weather, or if I'm feeling like that I have like congestion going up, I'll just go hop on a treadmill for 15 minutes and do some cardio. Hey, Jazz. Yeah, man, I'm feeling great. Down 75, still going. We're doing a walking stream. Although, ironically, I think this server's going to have the same problem yours is going to have. Or yours did have before I fixed it. Yeah, it's going to be 7 o'clock here before too much longer. Well, to be fair, I don't normally stream because I've been busy with college. There. Yeah, exactly. Nobelisks are... I love like the reference in there too. Is like, oh yeah, we have obelisks and we have nobelisks. What's trying to kill me? Oh, where? Okay. There's a coal plot here? Out of all the random spots for one. All right. Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! I actually am looking for sulfur. Hello. How you doing today, Jazz? Okay, that didn't take out anywhere near as much. Okay, for a Monday, that's fair. Yeah, I feel so bad. I just got a message on Teams from my coworker. I wonder if that's actually there. Ads. Still winding down from an interview I was very nervous for. Where, if you don't mind sharing, where are you interviewing for, and for what position? I remember where you were working when last time you and I had lunch, which actually, ironically, this is the first time in years I haven't actually been down there. I didn't actually make it down your way this year. Called Find Help. It would be a software. Okay. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I've it's Indeed fired me in November. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yep. Hold on. Stand by. Sorry. Rude. Currently working at Cloudflare, but I don't like it. And that's says a lot. You know, it's good to have a company you actually care for and actually want to work for. Shit. And we're back. Welcome back, Jazz. Yeah, I used to work with Jazz. You know, 11, 12 years ago. Have since moved on, and been with the same company ever since. And like I said, I've switched jobs between now and then. But what I was saying though is that I feel really bad about one of my coworkers because he actually took a vacation and went to a lake and chilled out there for a while and came back to a flooded basement because one of his underground pipes under his foundation shattered. And he's looking at close to $7,000 in repairs because they have to excavate the damn pipe. Where am I? All right. Oh, you're a big boy. Yeah, I don't envy him in the slightest. That sucks horribly. Luckily, it didn't spread too far, but it did ruin all the portion of his finished basement in that area. Which, still shit, but you know, could have been worse. Final jumped out to me because their offers are like in Austin, Denver, Madison. Yeah, Madison's actually a really big area. I got reached out to RBG Limit Break. My BFF lives in. Yeah, nice. Yeah. A friend of mine went through something similar experience. Pipe didn't shatter, but yeah. Yeah, Madison, Epic Software reached out for me. The people who make MyChart. Specifically because they wanted a security engineer. Back when I was looking for another job because I wasn't happy with management, which is its own story, in my current company. Luckily, that problem solved itself. But I sat down with them and we just couldn't, you know, they definitely wanted me. We couldn't make ends meet, unfortunately. That they asked what I was looking for in terms of salary, and I gave them a number, and they kind of went, we can't really make that. And I went, that's unfortunate. And I knew the interview was going really well because they were telling me general information about their environment, obviously. You know, as a security engineer, we don't want to be like, oh yeah, we're using this vulnerability manager. But they were keeping it generic enough, but I picked up on what they were doing and what they were using, and then even told them what their environment was, and then listed the challenges they were going through with their environment. Like, well, you're going to be facing this, and this. And they were like, well, yeah, we are. And I was like, well, yeah, this is how you fix this problem. Here's how you fix this problem. And kept going through the security stack, one technology stack at a time. And like when it came time to like, yeah, we definitely want you. We want to extend an offer. And I was like, well, I can't accept that offer. It's too low. But that being said, I understand that compensation is an entire package. So if you can't meet my salary, can you make it up in other areas such as vacation or, you know, something else? And they couldn't do that. So I was like, well, then I'm afraid we can't come to an agreement here. So I ended up accepting my current job, which I'm very happy I did because it put me on a red team. I am officially a hacker, which I absolutely love. And they called me back after I accepted this position because they had met with their manager and they said, well, we have a guy. And we realized he's the right guy when the interview became less of an interview and more of a problem-solving mission. And he was already providing value to the company that he doesn't work for. So they were like, yeah, we need to get this guy. Like, we understand that we don't have the salary for this position, so why don't we just raise the position to meet his salary? Because he clearly meets it. So they called me back and were like, so good news. We can't offer you the position that you applied for, but we can offer you 2 levels above it as a lead and an architect. And I was like, I appreciate it, but I've already accepted another job. So it's unfortunate that that happened, but that being said, they've kept on good terms with me, specifically because they wanted to keep in touch in case they did something else. They've actually reached out for me to do some consulting work with them, which has been kind of cool. But yeah, Epic Company seems like a really good software company to work for. And they're up in Madison too. Interesting enough, every 5 years, they offer their employees a 1-month sabbatical that they absolutely encourage outside of the paid time off and the actual vacation. They offer employees a 1-month sabbatical, and they encourage the employees to take it out of country. Like, they're like, all right, let's get you your passport. Let's get you out of the country. We want you to go explore and actually take some culture in. So they give you a bonus and a sabbatical to go experience, culture. Kind of cool. But I will say, with me having a master's degree, I've had several companies reach out to me looking for levels that I'm never, ever, and I mean never, ever would have considered myself sitting in. Microsoft wanted to reach out to me to look at a director position for their offensive security team. NVIDIA wants a department manager for their security team. Both of which reached out to me directly of, hey, we think you might be a good fit for this job. Would you mind interviewing with us? Which I'm flattered that they would. Server restart in 60 minutes. There it is, Jazz. Interesting that it popped up in game. And then, not that I would turn them down, but I'm not looking for that level of position quite yet. Mainly because I want to finish my master's degree, and my company that I'm working for right now is willing to give me the time to do that, and that speaks volumes to me. I'm hoping a management position opens up on my end, but the more I'm seeing postings about it, the less I'm seeing like a management position open, which is unfortunate. So let's look for what we actually came out here for. Oh, there's a hard drive over here. If I haven't already gotten it. Whoa! That's a distance away. Damn! Didn't expect to get another ping on that. Oh, and another one! Jesus. See what we got here. I don't think I've opened this one. But I will say offensive security is something I've fallen in love with. It has been absolutely amazingly fun to deal with and to think myself outside of a box, to wield the dark side of the IT world. Oh. Oh, crap. I was to say, wait a minute, do I have room for this? The answer is yes. Hello? Any more? Any more presents lying around? Don't see any. Kobe. Love it. Love everything about it. Funny enough, my last engagement I did as consulting work was actually with Corsair. Managed to find a very severe bug on their website that me being a security practitioner, was like, I need to report this to somebody because that ain't supposed to happen. I had access to their entire Eastern Seaboard deliveries for the day and could actually pull back customer data about who signed for it, view the signatures, what address that was at. A bunch of data we call PII data that I shouldn't have seen as a customer. And I was like, I need to report this. So I submitted an actual security report to their team and was like, by the way, I'm a security practitioner. You all might want to go stop this sometime soon. And because of that, they actually gave me an invite to their private HackerOne environment. So I get to bug test for them. If you just got home. So I am officially as one of the consultants for free, mind you. I get hacker EPEAN rewards for Corsair. But it was kind of a cool little bonus that I'm one of the team of about 30 people out there. Because of that, I actually ended up founding an LLC because I was like, God forbid I were to hit someone or find something that someone doesn't appreciate. And when I go to report it, they threaten to sue me. Because that hasn't happened in the state of Missouri. The governor hasn't absolutely called someone a hacker for pushing F12 on a website and finding social security numbers. If you can't detect the sarcasm in my voice, it's there. And yes, that actually happened. A guy was threatened by the governor for quote-unquote hacking into a website when all he did was look at the source code of the Missouri Department of Education, and there was 12 social security numbers in it. Hi, Baba. You gonna come down, sir? All right. Did you have a good day? Uh-oh. Come here. Come here, Baba. Got to step off this treadmill to pick you up, but come here. Ah. He's getting big. There you are. See you? What are you doing? We're taking a walk, aren't we?
Okay.
Did you have a good day?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you take a nap?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, no.
No? Jazz says hi. Can you say hi, Jazz?
Hi, Dad. Where is it?
He's in chat, see? He's talking in chat. He sends messages.
Hi. Hello.
Hey, Honda. The real star of the show. Can you say hi, Honda?
Hi, Honda.
Can you say hi, Pimer?
Hi, Pimer.
Can I move?
Not that.
Well, Daddy's gonna have to set you down. You want me to set you down?
No, thank you.
No, thank you. You want me to carry you while walking on this treadmill.
What do you mean?
Baba, you were heavy while walking. You know that? Oh, now you're latching extra cardio. Yeah, right. Just chugging, lugging around an extra 40 pounds. Why not? Baba, I'm gonna have to put you down, buddy. There you go. I didn't almost catch you on the treadmill. Hand me the pillow. Thank you. One of the things I'm working on right now is I am working on getting my actual cardio stats. You can actually watch how many calories I've burned. Get that rucksack ready. Let me see. Butts on chairs. Thank you. Oh, but yeah, I mean, he's not. I mean, he's almost 5 years old. He's 4.5, aren't you? You're almost 5. Yes, you told me. How you doing, Honda? No, I'm talking to Honda. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Honda. Butts on chairs. Sit down. There you go. Oh. We are walking today. We are, believe it or not, we're almost 1.5 miles into our walk. Yes. Yes. Don't, careful. Okay. Don't. No. I'll put that back. You go around. Okay. Careful. There you go. You want to get Daddy a water? All right. Thank you. Just pulled a 12-hour shift to torture myself. I mean, I walk 12 miles a day to torture myself. Does that count? Mini Me says yes. I know who you are, Baba. He was like, no, he actually told me his name, and I was like, yes, I know, buddy. Oh. We're learning not to repeat, certain words or phrases. Because we've also learned that if we say things around him and we ask him, what did you just say? He absolutely will tell you what he just said without a single thought. You got me a water? You got me a strawberry? I appreciate that. Well, it may not actually go on my desk very well, but you can hand it to me. Hand it here. Thank you. Oh, Baba, why don't you go upstairs? Thank you. That was the other part about losing weight. Playing Satisfactory, you know that. Messed up. Luckily, the relay cabinet is on the 16th floor. Get that Stairmaster in. But, yeah. You still off the nicotine, Honda? Doing good on that one? I'm still cheering for you. We need compacted coal. Okay. I sure am. July 10th will make a year. Congratulations, man. 2 days after my birthday. I am, so you found me at, I got down 70 pounds last year, so January was the last time I really did streams, and I was down to 215. And so I've been struggling with that plateau for ever since. Going? Where's mommy? Okay. I don't know. Now that you say that, I don't know where the Roomba is. What are you eating? You're not eating the Roomba. What are you eating? Nutri-Grain bar? Okay. See what? What? Oh. Oh. Yeah. Little spider web. There's plenty of them in the rafters. How's that going, by the way? Because you got a job at the mill, didn't you? And congratulations to you too, Jazz. New jobs all around. David needs one too. Oh, we lost something. Excuse me, I need to put my invisible wall back up. I have been, well, number one, the big news for me is I graduated on Friday. So I've got a few months break before I go back to school. Made it into grad school, thankfully. My son's over here going, "Nami, nami, 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 nam," as he eats his Nutri-Grain bar. I've been given a special exceptions because of my previous work experience. That works. Thank you, Honda. I raised my GPA. So I finished my associate's degree with like a 1.9, a 2.0 GPA. I mean, it was bad. I didn't really care either. I was just doing it to get it out of the way. I changed my major in my senior year. And I raised my GPA up to like a 3.3. The 3.0 is what got me into grad school. So I start grad school in September. That's going to be for a master's in cybersecurity management. And I should graduate, if I can take the class load I want to take, I should graduate in April. Which is phenomenal, you know. I figure I go and finish that out, go get a, Are you having fun over there? Yeah. I figure I should, one of the things I'm going to do is apply to be an adjunct professor. Interestingly enough, I found out some very interesting things with college. Number one, in order to actually teach at a higher education level, you either need a teaching certificate or a master's degree. That a master's degree de facto counts as a teaching certificate in any higher education level. I find that fascinating. So with a bachelor's degree, you need a teaching certificate. With a master's degree, you can just do it. So I figure I'll go apply to be a professor for a little while and go get some sort of like leadership experience with my master's degree. Where are we? We are almost 1.6 miles into our walk and our first hour in. Thank you, Jazz. I appreciate that. And my son's stomping up the stairs. Oh, me. So obviously the end goal is to, have a master's, move on, but that puts me on track to be a director or a vice president. MasterCard had a vice president opening, but I didn't want it. I didn't even want to apply for it. I am at, see here. We are at 6.2 miles right now, I think, if I did my math right. No, 6.1. I'm at 6.1 miles. We've done 1.6 miles right now, and I did 4.5 earlier today. So yeah, it's 5.6. It's 5 and 6.1. Yep, I'm at 6.1 miles, so just shy of a 10K. I swear, both of you. First it's little man. In the sink. So you're gonna watch me get castrated live on stream from this one. I 3D printed her an ocarina. We got Vermi in the background here who's distracting me. That's why I shave like this. That's what he does. He has a pencil shave. Right. I've got 2 weeks to grow that out, which is plenty of time. Thank you. I did trim it. It is because it's gonna grow for 2 weeks. I'm a grower, not a shower. What's for dinner? What's for dinner? Okay, that sounds good. I love that answer. It's like, but it's not Tuesday. We're having Taco Monday. So, I asked my wife, "What's for dinner?" I'm cooking it right now. Okay, that didn't answer my question. Let's see here. What do we have? I need to take a quick break, guys. I'll be right back. Also, if you all hadn't, tacos are good. You're not wrong. Also, I've got some really cool fun things to show you. I got a new Stinger transition. So, made that one from the new logo. Also, you might notice that we have a new waveform for the visualizer there. That's something I just worked on. So, I literally just built that Stinger transition like in 5 minutes today. I was like, I need something with a new logo on it, and I don't have anything. So in the meantime, that's my placeholder. Had to go replace all the logos on all my PSD files. That was fun. But I have to admit, I like my new logo. It works. But I will be right back because I need to use the restroom. Also, I love the fact that the last activity was a resub from Honda for like 82 months.
That's not right. Let me fix that XD.
Yeah, it might help if I unmute the microphone. 88 months. You're insane, buddy. Thank you. Sitting here eating apple chips. You'll be able to hear me now, though. Yep. But yeah, the sound notification doubling was the browser source combined with the desktop audio. Yeah, I know what it is. So it's funny. One of the things I'm noticing, by the way, is when you start walking as much as I have, which for reference, I have done 70 miles in 15 days. What's the average on that? So that's just over 4.5 miles a day. I got that too, Honda. I noticed that. So walking that much and burning as many calories as I am a day, I've noticed like I've been able to eat what I want to. Like even today, let me see. It says I've burned 2,400 calories today. Like even just during this workout, we've almost hit 1,000 calories burned just for this stream. Which is phenomenal, right? Getting up, moving, walking, staying active. Let's see what we got. Also, you just reminded me of something, Honda. Oh, never mind. I already did it. You notice you don't have a sword anymore, Honda? He's got the band hammer. Yeah, it means you're head. You can designate someone to be head mod. So you can ban other mods, essentially, is what that comes down to. Speaking of which, let me go find that. I don't know if I showed you all what I got in Gray Zone. But in Gray Zone, they added morale patches. Well, I mean, it's public disclosure now, so. Find it. But yeah, so they added, so this is what's on my shoulder in Gray Zone. One of about 12 people in the world that have it. It was actually really cool. So my last stream was actually the anniversary stream for Gray Zone on the 2-year anniversary. I actually took the day off specifically to do it. And got to play and really interrupted. Well, we'll wait. Well, we can wait. Sit here and eat my apples. I would be playing Gray Zone right now if it wasn't for the fact that, like, trying to high precision aim while walking doesn't work out well. Also, I just noticed what my upload is right now. I am uploading 22 megabits a second in stream. Got 5 seconds left on ads. All right, timer should be back now. That's not the right one. There he is. All right. But yeah, I think my mini-me has found the ocarina that I printed my wife. And I've lost my train of thought. That's awesome. I need to figure out how to make StreamerBot do it. I can. I just need to figure out how to get StreamerBot to actually like participate with it. Since I rotated away from Streamlabs. Woo. But yeah, Streamlabs. I didn't hear about that. Well, Stream Elements doesn't surprise me that they're shutting down. Stream Elements has kind of been like the redheaded stepchild of streaming now for a while. The company I'm still amazed is around is oh hell, Dusky uses them. What was it? What? Like, I used to stream on it back when I lived in Colombia. I was right out of the military, and like they were the company to stream with. Oh, what the hell is it? Let me see. I'm gonna have to look it up. That's bugging me now. Hell is it? Oh, this is bugging the crap out of me now. Hold on. Was it that? Yeah, that's it. XSplit. Like, I'm amazed they're still around. Especially because they're a paid software. Oops, don't do that. How much are they charging? Yeah, unlimited with watermark. Let's see what they're charging. I'm curious. Yeah, $200 for the lifetime subscription. Or $15 a month. I'm amazed XSplit is still around. Like, Dusky uses them, but I think Dusky actually may have the lifetime sub. But yeah, XSplit being a thing is like, boom, blows my mind that they're still around. I haven't used XSplit in literally over, clearly over a decade, but like, damn, imagine paying for, imagine paying for streaming software these days, right? Like, everyone uses OBS. What are you looking at, Honda? Out of curiosity. But yeah, that's what we were discussing. Yeah, Pimer. Stream Elements has kind of been that, like, we have OBS, we have OBS Studio Live. Okay, what does it offer over OBS? The Live. Brand new AIO cooler sitting on your desk? No, I'm not familiar with it. I need to finish that out, but gotta do some high knees. Legs are starting to lock up a little bit. What are we at? We're at 2.1 miles. An hour and 17 minutes into it. And we have our active calories. So we have active and total calories. Total calories is how much I've worked out in addition to how much my body is keeping me alive. Active calories is just the workout. So our active calories is 715. Add 200 to that, and we have our total calories. You can't complain. Well, you can after it kills your motherboard. If it's not of quality. There's that little detail. I missed a power pole back there. I know I did. That one's gonna go that one, that one's gonna be that one. That one's the one that's missing. Error? Heard of them, so yeah, neither have I. I just tuned my computer, by the way. So I lowered my power curve quite a bit on my processor. So it does more with less. Drop the power consumption on my processor down by 20%, which also lets it boost higher. So I'm actually getting into speeds above 6 gigahertz now on the processor, which is pretty nutty. And then I've also taken the liberty of doing the same thing to my GPU and my memory. I tightened my memory timings down. So that's been a big boost in performance. And then overclocked the GPU as well. I only managed to get about 7% out of the GPU above what it was already doing, which isn't bad for a stock overclock card. All right, so I need to build this way. Okay. Transport. Where's our... There. So our goal here, I knew that was going to happen. Okay. You know what? I'm curious as hell about this. Go ahead. Because you baffled the shit out of me, which says something. I am very curious. When you manage to break it beyond my understanding, that says something. Because I have fixed my fair share of computers in the day. Oh, well, isn't that convenient? I wonder. Straight up died and was ignoring the warning signs for way too long? What makes you say that? Okay, so what did you neglect? I'm gonna have to do the big ramps. Wait a minute, I actually think so I have a new keyboard, by the way. I actually think I have something for this. I've got all sorts of buttons on this.
We do not care.
Interesting button. What other buttons do I have on here? Okay. For reference, I picked up a Corsair Galleon keyboard that I've had a lot of fun with. It has a built-in Stream Deck on the keyboard, but it doesn't have a numpad, so I had to buy a separate numpad. I will say, I've also gotten into the world of like replacing switches on keyboards. And I really like the switches I bought because I hot swapped the entire keyboard. Now, how many people do you know that buy like a $200 plus keyboard and the very first thing they do is rip it apart? That being said, it's now the keyboard I want, right? So, yeah, I love my little switches. Clicky, 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 clack. Which is also the reason why I picked up this. You may notice this nice little foam pad around the microphone. That's to specifically isolate the speakers that I'm listening to. Hopefully you all can't hear the speakers. As well as my keyboard, because it's significantly louder. What are we at? Damn. Okay. So, we got this nice little runway here. Let me do this. Trying to think of a naming convention for this. Because what we need to do Did I click the right spot? Yes, I did. Okay. Now we can come in here. Materials. The asphalt. There it is. Gram disconnects with peripherals. I couldn't ever figure out putting video after walking away from it for the night. That could be a chipset failure, too, for that matter. In all fairness. There we go. Wait a minute, why is that red? No? That's what I wanted. There we go. All right. So I grab that. No. All right. Good to know. Come in here. We do the sideline, wherever the hell that went. There is that. I've had one keyboard fail on me. Can I wonder if I can do this. Nope, I can't. Shit. I was hoping I could like do... Well, I kind of can. Yeah, I've had one keyboard go bad on me. Or not keyboard. I've had one motherboard go bad on me, and it was the BIOS that went bad. Of all the damnedest things. Really odd how that happened. Materials. We want this to be concrete. Nope, nope. I wanted that to actually be, So yeah, having a bad CMOS chip was interesting. Believe it or not, Pimer, that was when I was still in the military, actually living in the dorms. Androck and I have no idea how long figuring out that the CMOS was bad. Like, we rotated processors and a few other things and just could not figure out why the damn computer just was like, no, I don't want to do that. It's like, all right, well, we shut it down. And it was like, all right, I'm not going to boot anymore. What? Took us forever to diagnose that problem. Yellow. 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 Is there a yellow? I was reading around online trying to figure out what. I know the one you're talking about. The yeah, Windows hotfix fractured a bunch of computers at Microsoft's behest. I remember reading about that. I've been fortunate not to... Well, number one, I've got a dual BIOS. So if something were to happen to one of my BIOS, I just flip over and it sets it to the other one. But yeah, I've been fortunate not to have those kinds of issues. I sat there scratching my head for quite a while, buddy. I sat there like... It's like, well, normally it's this kind of problem, but you tried that. So, hi? Excuse me? Cool. All right, so that's going to run the entire length. Or not. This is the new system that they have in place. Vehicle collides with terrain while moving. Excuse me. Interesting that the colors are off. Now then, now that we did that, I can come in here and do transport. That's what Sin's running these days. Also, by the way, Honda, you and I need to start playing some Battlefield. I reinstalled that. So, Sin, I actually bought Sin Battlefield 6 since it was on the Steam sale. So we've been messing around with that quite a bit. Yeah. All right, well, if I can do that, let's make this a little tighter then. All right. Oh. Gotta love it when our server reboots on... Bitch, I'm pseudo. You don't do that. You play way more? Yeah, when I got really big into it, when it launched, I was that way. I don't blame you. I'm level 53 now, I think. Okay, so I need to be able to put 2 of them in here. Let's see here. All right. So the cool thing is, I love this little feature. Actually, that works. Makes sense. Oops. Now, before you ask why I put 2 of these here, for this reason. Why, thank you, game. I appreciate that. Holy shit! Yeah, maybe you have played a little bit more and it's healthy for you. Oh, I have no fuel. Can I put coal into that? We're gonna find out. Nope. No, I can't. So I need to go make some fuel. Where did that coal I just picked up go? There it is. I can't. I don't have any fuel in my jetpack. I can't do that. All right. There we go. Don't know why I'm carrying around all my power shards with me, but you know. You know, there's no lifing, and then there's like no lifing for a year or 2. Now, that being said, I don't play or Red Sec or anything like that. I can't stand Battle Royales, so I don't do that. It's an option not to install it? Wait a minute. Go on. I know you can uninstall the single player. Excuse me? Interesting. Yeah, Battle Royales just do not get along well with me at all. I should do that. So, what have we done? we've created a copper offload. Copper 1, dual offload. Okay. This copper. There we go. All right. Now I need to bring power. I don't have daisy chaining yet. But that's okay, because I actually built a framework when I first started playing this game to manage this. Is that Caverns of Time? No, it's Street Fighter 2. Interesting. I beat single player on the hardest level of difficulty, and then kind of called it a day after that. There we go. Yep. Okay, so now that we built that out, I don't want to do that. I've gotten the majority of dog tags and achievements. There were a few achievements that were bugged the last time I played that I was kind of pissed off about. So that sat sourly for me. But I'd get the majority of dog tags. Where are we? Where are we? There we are. Where I wanted it. I think that's where I want it. There we go. Power line connection. Does that have an empty one? That should. Yes. Nope. There we go. Okay. So, now then, end goal here. And we can start walling stuff off here. Server's gonna restart in 2 minutes, so we'll give it a second. It's gonna take a backup. Hearing something odd. Don't know what it is. Almost sounded like my son was crying. Oh. That being said, I still make the offer that if anyone wants a dedicated server, I've got an entire server rack down here that's available for use. Figure out how to give Jazz access to a 7 Days to Die server, so he's having fun with that. And it's not like bandwidth is an issue. I've got 1.5 gigs up. Somebody better be dying. We're almost to 5K in, though. I will say that much. Pouring off sweat right now. Pouring off sweat. But it's good. It's good. We're doing good. The other funny thing is this this app is like also has a leaderboard on it that came with a treadmill. And there's been some very obvious people that have hacked it. It was like 1 week, one guy registered 191 million steps. For reference, that's enough to walk around the planet. And considering the average stride of an average human, you walked around the planet 7 times. Not bad for a week's worth of work. Oh, so yeah, that hasn't updated. Okay. I'll have to see where this goes. Oh, and I know Pal World releases soon. Might have to get a server up for that. I know, almost said Tron Legacy, that's not right. I know, Dune Awakening had a, finally released local software. The last time I saw that movie, Pimer, God, I don't remember. See if the server bounced. Well, that was quick. Let's see. Yep, so it took a backup. Yeah, like I said, I was expecting a political joke out of that, but Supergirl works too. I had some other choice ideas for movies that could have been, is basically what I'm saying. Oh, all right, so it already took the backup and now it's just compressing it. Okay. Cool. Like the one I've heard that Dad loves to tell, and politics aside, I'll say this joke because it's kind of funny, is that did you hear people walked out of the Melina movie? The problem was it was an in-flight showing. Yeah, that's dark but funny. Yeah, that's essentially what it is. We got 30 seconds till ads. I need to remember that one? Yeah. Give me 1 second. So, what are we doing? I'm building out a nice little area here where we can have a, this is going to be a fill station, and this is going to be able to take copper ingots to different places that might need it. Rather than producing, what I'm doing down here is we're producing goods and we're shipping the goods back to a storage location, which I really need to get some more fuel. Rather than doing that, I'm going to have that continue working, but I want to build a separate copper facility to take ingots in and produce items I might need, as well as ship copper ingots to other places that might need it. For example, steel, like a stator, requires steel bar or steel tubes, steel pipes, and copper wire. And I'd be able to ship copper bars over there rather than just trying to ship wire, which makes a hell of a lot more sense. Oh, all right. What are we doing? I didn't realize I had a blueprint designer. All right. Where are we at? Because I know we're getting far. Oh, damn. Almost burned 1,000 active calories. That's damn. That's a 2,400 calorie day in workouts alone. Much less. God, no wonder I'm fucking hungry. I'm sitting like, man, I'm getting hungry. I'm really hungry. In the YouTube chat? I did not. Oh, no. Okay, well, apparently my stream plugin isn't working. So, Mew actually said something. Great. And I didn't catch Mew. Sorry, Mew. And Mad Design. Okay, how hard is it to play while walking? I need a stand-up Dex for this reason. Satisfactory is not too bad. Especially because they let you nudge quite a bit. So, but yeah, I mean, we are just about at a 5K. But yeah, since you can freeze blueprints like that and then nudge them like that using the keyboard, it makes it significantly easier. Talk about the server message. Well, the server message I got because the server rebooted and backed itself up. That was part of AMP. That was planned. I knew it was coming. But yeah, I mean, Satisfactory is not bad to play while walking. I did god awful decision to you unable to intersect at all with machine frame. Yeah. That was back in like what, 0.8? Something like that. 0.71 let you actually run things through other items, as I recall. Like update 5, yeah, like something. I remember because they originally showcased it like being able to run hypertubes through the centrifuge. So it was right after nuclear power was added to the game. Full frame window. I don't know when they added that, but that's kind of cool. Basic wall. Could do that. My next goal is to close this off. But yeah, I mean, walking isn't too bad while you're playing Satisfactory. We are, like I said, we're almost 2 hours into a walk right now, and I've gotten some stuff done. It can be a little, like, nerve-wracking trying to, like, do fine-tuned mouse movements, but I mean, that just comes with walking, so. All right, where was that sulfur? Yeah, I did. It's interesting to find out that my chat is not actually shared in that window. Huh. I'm gonna have to fix that. That being said, what is that? Is Mew? Okay, I was gonna say, does that list Mew as a moderator? Yes, it does. Good. Good. Hopefully Honda's a moderator in YouTube. Well, yeah, I mean, I have a window that has all the chat. Technically, you're not supposed to be posting shared chat right there, you know. So, technically, you're not supposed to do that, but thank you for pointing it out to me. Let's see here. Do I have a sound effect for that? Let's see. Good enough. Am I a mod? No. Wait. No. Wait. Yeah. Apparently, yes. I love how like you don't have an avatar, so it lists Psycho YN8 Boo, or YN8. Yeah, YN8 Boo, and then has like an H as your letter. Like, it's not a P, it's an H. Also, it looks like I'm losing some of the. Yep. Don't know. That should have fixed that problem, though. Oh, now it's over here. Green screen issues. That should have fixed it. Although I'm getting some tearing like right here. That's a chroma key issue. Actually, no, it's not. That's a sun sat in my chair and messed up the lighting issue. I'll have to fix that later. Hello? Hi, Sen. I'm gonna have to modify the chroma key slightly on that. Where are we at? Hour and 53, so we're almost done. And I'm gonna go eat because I've been. Hey, SpongeBob. Because I am starving after doing a 5K on stream. Morning? Is it morning? Where is it morning? Wait. Never mind. I know exactly where it's morning. Oh. How you been? Long time? I've been good. I've lost 75 pounds. Gotten a lot more active. Finished college. You know. Doing my thing. That's why I didn't stream, is because I was in college. Didn't have time to stream and be a full-time student on top of a full-time job. We are almost done for the night. See. Wait for it. We just hit a 5K. That's a 5K on stream. Go us. God. Yeah. And I'm sitting here wearing a hoodie and a hat, which just makes it all that worse. 50 kilograms, no idea on pounds. Let's see. That is 110 pounds. That's about what I'm aiming for. Oh, so I would have lost 34. Yeah, so I'm down 35 about that right now. 199 kilograms. So you were... Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I went from freedom units. I went from 129 down to 95 and still going. My goal weight that I'm trying to get to is 79 kilograms. Just around that mark. So that's one reason why I bought this treadmill. Is because I was like, well, gotta do something to be more active. So I bought we got a sit-stand desk that I've had for several years now. And was like, all right, sit-stand desk works well. I need something to go under it. So I bought a walking pad that I've already put. Let me do the math here. Because this is a little nutty. Actually, including today, we've already put, I've owned this for 15 days and I've already put 125 kilometers on it. It's been a struggle. I plateaued hard at the beginning of the year and been trying forever to get over that, which has sucked. Because I was like, all right, well, you know, weight loss is calorie deficit versus calorie burn, right? You want to be in a deficit. The problem was, like, I had stabilized, and I was miserable. I was like, all right, well, let me start eating less. So I started eating less. The largest cities to my city. I mean, I'm more, like I said, I'm walking here, right? So I basically was like, all right, well, let me eat less. That didn't work. I was miserable, starving, hated it. Then I was like, all right, well, there's another side of this equation. One is, one is calorie burn. The other one is, the other one is like calories consumed versus calorie burned. If I can't lower the calories consumed, let me change the other side of the equation with calorie burn. So I was like, well, I'm sitting on my ass for 12 hours a day. Even if I'm just walking for like 1 hour, let me just do that rather than trying to like, even just walking is going to be more calories burned. So let me try doing that. And I took to walking like a fish to water. That I was like, all right. So I did an hour, then I did 2, then I did 3. I actually beat all of Cyberpunk 2077 standing on a treadmill. Had never played it before and actually went through and beat it entirely. Did it every side quest in the game and pretty much walked the entire time I was playing it. And then I was like, all right, well, that was fun. Now what? And now we're playing Satisfactory. So this entire save has been built with me pretty much on a treadmill. Damn. Oh. So it's been good though. And then, like I said, I've got a buddy who's a personal trainer. It's been helping me out, giving me some good direction of what to do and things like that. So it's going. It's going. It's a process. I'm 18 months into it. So. Ooh. All right. And with that, we are about ready to hit our time, which is awesome. We're actually over our distance somehow. I don't know how. We've been doing 1.6 miles per hour or 2.6 kilometers per hour this entire time. And somehow I'm at 3.25 in 2 hours. Don't know how that works. Damn. Alrighty. But let's call it there. Let's go find someone. Let's see if this works. Yay! It worked! Alright, let's go find someone to raid. So I actually don't know who's streaming anymore at all. Tells you how bad I've done it. Let me pause this. Oh! Who's live? Hightower is, Coco is, Sequisha is. Pause this. Let's see here. Carnage is, Airwing Marine is. You know what? Let's go raid Hightower. We'll go hang out with him. He's playing Gray Zone. He's a community leader over at Gray Zone. We'll go give him some mod love. All right, let me see here. Can I actually get this to work right for once? Is that going to work? It might. And yes, Honda, that fixed it. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be live again, probably on Wednesday for another walk. That's kind of my, that may be my new thing. We maybe do walking on stream every night. You know, who knows? But tomorrow's my nice and easy day, which means I'm going to walk in the morning. I got an old server, but better. All right. Yeah. Yeah. No worries. But yeah, until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of my stream. We're going to go hang out with Hightower. Say hi to him. He's playing Gray Zone Warfare. He is a community leader over with them. And of course, I'm one of the moderators. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. And I'll catch you Wednesday, I hope.